There we go, that's why. Hello, today is Tuesday. And today is the day that we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do upper body exercises, which is going to consist of stretching out, because like I said, my mobility ain't very good on my left side. So I got to do a little bit of warming up. I did already some walking with my walker off the wheelchair. Did some warm-ups. Basically I do 33 steps plus 33 back. So that's a total of 66. And I do a couple of those, that's just to warm up, to get me warmed up. And then so what I'm going to do now is just do some upward stretching. And you might want to check in with your doctor before you start doing any of these exercises, because what's good for me might not be good for you. And I had some occupational therapists and physical therapists help me out throughout this, and they advised me of things, and they kind of walked me through some stuff. So I'm not no personal trainer, I'm not nothing, I'm just going through the motions. It's helping me, and it's going to hopefully help you. Like I said, it's going to be a 1 year transformation. Pee-wee, stop. That's the dog doing very low interruption, that's Pee-wee. So put my hands together once I open it up, because it's a little bit difficult. So we're going to start like this. Go slow. You know what? A doctor told me, or one of my physical therapists or occupational, I can't remember who did right now, but before I start, because I am a little bit sore from doing other things, take some Tylenol. This is my recommendation for myself, and everybody's different. 30 minutes before I start working out, so I can get the inflammation down. That way I can do some stretching out. So we're going to do these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do 3 sets of 10s of these. These are going to be set that freestyle like that with just hands, no weights involved yet. And I'm only going to put one weight, and it's going to be a 5-pounder. You might not think it very much. I used to do a lot more than that when I used to be in the games, but now it's all start from the beginning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is going to be good for your shoulders. And like for me, my shoulder always locks up. My whole left side gets a little achy. Like right now I got like power grip, but like my G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip right now onto my right hand. My right hand is my guider for my left. Look, I'm not even trying to do anything, it just claws there. Maybe it's that instinct from before, I don't know, but whatever it does, look, I'm trying to let go, and I can't let go of my other self. I can say I love me, I guess. Anyway, one more set. One. Every time I do this, I try to go a little harder each time so I get my more stretch, but you know, it depends how I feel. Like right now, I'm kind of low, it's cold a little bit, so I'll go a little bit at a time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Try to get rid of there. My hand got loose. Now we're going to do, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it with some weight. This is a 5-pounder. And I don't recommend anybody doing what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I do. Whatever you can find around the house. You can use a can of soup, a big can, any sandwich can you got in your hand. It'll fit in your hand. You use it as a weight. So I'm trying to get my hand around there. So now I'm doing with a 5-pound weight. I'm going to try to do 3 sets of 10 again. And go as high as I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's one set. We have 2 more sets to do at 10. I would have laughed at this week before, like doing this stuff. Now it's like, it's not a challenge, it's just I gotta get past it. Start at the beginning, just like anything else, when you don't work out for a long time. Gotta start at the bottom, come back up. Well, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 2 sets. Got 1 more set. That's gonna be for the shoulders, and that's gonna be for like all this stuff. It's gonna get you warmed up, and hopefully it works out for you. It helps me out because I used to sleep on my stomach all the time. Now I sleep on my back all the time, and then because my arm falls down, like I put a pillow or something to compensate for my shoulder falling down. Because when I wake up in the morning, it gets cramped up, and that's why I'm talking about taking aspirin before or Tylenol before, like 30 minutes before. That way I get the inflammation down. That way I could actually stretch out. 1 more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. We're done with the weight. Okay. Now we're going to do shoulder shrugs. Lock in your wheelchair. You always have your wheelchair locked in when you're doing exercise anyway, just to keep you stable and just in case or whatever. But I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not no occupational therapist. I'm not anything. I'm just a regular guy trying to do some exercises. And hopefully I inspire some other people out there that just don't know what they want to do. And I hope this inspires you to do some workouts. You gotta do something. You can't just sit around and watch TV all day and expect things to change and get better by just sitting around. You gotta go through the motions. You gotta go through it. So we're gonna do these shoulder shrugs. What you're gonna do is, I'm pretending I'm looking in the mirror right now, but I'm looking at my phone to see myself do it. But you kind of want to look off the shoulders, because before when I was doing them, I thought I was doing them right until I realized I wasn't even really moving my left side. So now, pretty much it just looks like you're going like somebody, like being a smart ass or something, going, I don't know. But they're shoulder shrugs. So you want to go as high as you can each time, at least for me. Get those moving. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's 1 set. I'm going to do 3 sets of 10. That's going to be my thing with my exercise. I'm going to try to do 3 sets of 10 of each kind of exercise. And try to complete them. If the weight's too heavy or whatever you're using for weight or whatever's too much, just back it down a little bit. You don't need it. You don't got nothing to prove to anybody. The only thing you gotta do is prove to yourself that you can do it. You don't even have to prove to yourself. You just gotta do it. Because, you know, my occupational therapist and my physical therapist stopped like about a little over a month ago. And don't get me wrong, I miss those people. They were good guys. And you develop a friendship with them, but when they're gone, they give you the tools and stuff, not tools exactly, like paperwork, and, you know, give you some stuff to like read on and learn how to do some exercise on before you could do it by yourself. And that was my teachings. And so I learned, I absorbed, and I try to improvise some of my own exercise into these that I used to do back in the day before I got my stroke. So now I'm just going through the motion up. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you can't remember to call it shoulder shrugs, you can call them the I don't knows. What do you say? I don't know. So if that works for you, then I have to remember what to call. That's fine. I'm new at this videotaping or video blogging or whatever you want to call it. So you can follow me or you don't want to follow me, that's fine. But I would like it if you guys subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate it. And I do, if you are watching, I do appreciate you watching me, and hopefully it gets you motivated to do something. Because I couldn't even walk before. My stroke just happened like in July 10th, 2019, and we're in December. Today's New Year's Eve. Tomorrow will be a new year. I ain't trying to do things to be like, oh, I'm going to change this year's going to be different. I already started my change. I started a while back. I had to. I couldn't just wait for New Year's to come around so I could start doing my physical therapy or do my exercise. I got to do this now because I want to, in 1 year's time, I want to get my teeth fixed right. And my goal is to get my mind right, start learning to love myself again. And I used to have a drug dependency problem before, and that's probably what led me to have my stroke. I got through some stuff in my life. I lost everything in my life twice, and there's this old material thing which everything can be replaced. And I lost some stuff that can't be replaced, like my dog. And I'm trying not to cry, but I'm just being real. So hopefully you get motivated. Let's do one more set. Take my mind off things. So one more set of I don't know, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And if you remember at the beginning of this, I could barely get my arm up like that. My kung fu grip's kicking again. Or J joke, see, because of all the stretching out, you can actually get more mobility out of this now. So I'm gonna try to do some of these. Make sure your chair's locked. Safety first on any exercise you do, make sure your safety's first. Make sure you have a thing of water next to you somewhere so that way when you get thirsty, because at least for me, I get thirsty all the time now. I used to live in Arizona for a while, so I'm used to being thirsty. But I'm in California now, and I'm trying to do this. And my motivation is just to do this because you know what? I miss walking. Not that I walk like a lot, I was like in a walkathon or anything like that, but my dog misses it. That's Peavy over there, that one. The one I just walked by, that's Riker. And they all go like, all dogs like to take walks. Again, my hand. So I'm gonna do some of these twisty things right here. This is gonna be for your abdominals. I don't know from everybody's experiences, but from my experience, I'm sitting in this chair, you learn to be adjusted to being lazy. At least for me. Everybody's different. And so I'm trying to get myself in a better shape, and I'm planning to do this within 1 year's time. Little by little, I'm going to change my dieting, and I'll get into that more as the time progresses. But for now, I'm just trying to learn how to do this and tell my story to you guys. Hope you guys are inspired by seeing me move, because I am not a skinny person and by any means. And I really want to show people that, you know what, don't be sad about things. You know, I've been sad, like before I started all these video things. I did a lot of crying. I still do crying. I do a lot of praying. And you know what, God's good and He listens to me. I'm not trying to be no preacher or anything like that. We all got to believe in something, you know. I believe I'm going to get better. I believe God listens to me. I didn't have a wheelchair before I came to Arizona, from Arizona to California. Next day, I prayed. The next day, I had a chair. You know what? God's good. God listens to me. And I wake up every morning very thankful for waking up every morning, because when I had my stroke, it was a scary moment. I stood up, an anxiety attack, fell down, banged my head going down and on the end table. And I woke up in the emergency room with drains out of my head. Woke up, didn't know what the doctor told me not to get up. So I stood up, didn't know that my left side of my body wasn't working. And stood up, which I couldn't stand up. I tried to walk, didn't walk. I did a flip over. I did like a scorpion over. My feet came over my head, and I'm glad I didn't break my back or anything. But I broke my face. Like I was wearing my glasses, word safety glasses. Here's glasses. I broke my fall. I had two little black eyes from it. And so after that, they strapped me down so I wouldn't get up again. I wasn't aware. If the doctor said they'd tell me, but I wasn't aware of it. I couldn't walk. I was semi-paralyzed on my left side with my paralysis. And it wasn't my first time. And then the next day, after, because they had to shut me down, like I said, well, I took the straps off. I figured out how to do it with one hand, and I unclicked them off. And I had to go to the restroom, And stood up again, fell over. This time, by that time in the afternoon of the next day, within 24 hours, I fell again, and lucky at that time I already had a roommate in the room, and this is when I was at physical therapist recovery place to learn how to go through, getting better. I was not at the regular hospital anymore, and my roommate at the time, he said, "You want the emergency thing?" And I went, "Yes, please." And so he did, and they came in, got me back in my bed, strapped me down again, and asked me how I got out of it. I just told them I unclipped them, and they said, "Well, we put those on there for a reason." And to me, I felt like I was claustrophobic, and I didn't like to be strapped down like that. And I don't like to use a bedpan. It's just not the most comfortable thing to do. And it just doesn't seem very logical and very right. So that's why I got up one more time and tried to make it to the restroom, and that's when I buzzed for the nurse this time. And they ended up helping me go to the commode. And actually they brought one in for me because I couldn't do the whole walk over there by myself. It just was pretty much impossible. And this is within 24 hours of going to the hospital and then changing over to the other recovery place for my occupational therapist or occupational therapy. Didn't realize I couldn't walk and do all this and that. I was determined, because I felt like my feet were there, but when I stood up and put weight on it, there was nothing there. So now, if you see me, I wear a brace, but I don't wear it right now. And I can stand up right now. I couldn't even do this like 5 months ago, 4 months ago. I couldn't even do this. I'm freestyling right now. I don't have a brace on right now, but I can do things. And I know I showed you on my other exercises about doing shooting subjects. I don't need to keep talking about that stuff. That'll be another video or something down the road. And we're gonna do some more toe touches because we gotta get this waist down. And for me to get it all the way down, I gotta start doing exercises. It's nothing bad about doing any abdominal things. So toe touches are good. It's good for your hamstring. It's good for everything. So make sure you have safety involved here. If you feel like you can't balance yourself out right and you feel like you can't do this, don't do it. Unless you got somebody there with you, okay? For me, I'm confident enough to do this, so to do some toe touches, try to get my hand straightened out because my hand just wants to curl up. It just, my whole left side just does what it does. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. You want to make sure your wheelchair is behind you or wherever you're using to sit down on is close to you. And my safety device here is the couch, and I can grip that really good. And because of all the exercises you will be doing by watching me, it will help you, like if you do slip off of something or you fall off your chair or you happen to just misfoot yourself or something like that. And there's not always going to be somebody around to help you out. Trust me, I fell a few times and I had to wait until people got here to help me out. And a couple times I didn't have my phone on me, like you should always have your phone close by just in case. Maybe warn somebody, like you're going to be doing exercise, that way you have somebody on standby. And okay, we're going to keep doing these. We're going to be toe touches. This is good for everything. You want it not have a big gut like I got. So just keep the hand stretched out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one set. I'm gonna do 3 sets of 10 of these too. I'm gonna try to improvise these in my workouts like at least every day. I gotta get my gut down. It's just time for me to do the overall change, and it just has to happen. Okay, here we go. Get the hand stretched out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more set. It's like now I'm starting to get a little bit. I can feel this. I did these yesterday too. That was part of my leg workout. I just throwing them in there because it can't hurt you unless you fall down. If you fall down, then well, get back up again. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't take a fall as something that's gonna set you back. Take your fall and learn from it and get back up. Just like everything else in life. Like I've mentally fell down many of times, lost a lot of things, like I said, because of my stupid ways I had in my past. Like I said, I don't have my bracelet, so I'm trying to make sure I don't have to extend my knee. Okay, one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's 3 sets of 10, okay? Now look around, make sure your wheelchair is behind you. I've done it once where I was about to sit down. I thought my wheelchair was right behind me, and it was about 1.5 feet, 2 feet further behind me. So I wouldn't have made the chair, and lucky I looked, and I did a 1 step to it, grabbed it and pulled it toward my butt, and then sit my butt right in real quick before I end up sitting on the floor the hard way. Okay. All right. I'm going to do some curls now, or try to do some curls.